Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's the word? What's the deal? What's happening? Yeah, man, I have literally been coming up with like a treasure trove for the subscribers, for everybody who's involved in this journey. Um yeah, I thought I'd move aside so y'all can see the date and the here we go. Wait, this way? This way? There we go, this way. So y'all can see the date and the time. There we go. Date and the time. There we go. All right. Yeah. Because this will be recorded later. This will be put out. It's live right now, but it'll also be recorded, and I'll put it in snippets and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, um, I have been working on a treasure trove of things for supporters, subscribers, things of that nature. And one of the biggest things has been to learn out loud, right? I think a lot of us, right? A lot of us, we get the information from people who already have it, right? From people who already understand it to like almost like a perfect degree, almost, right? And for me, that never works. I have to actually get my hands dirty, so to speak. Like I have to get my hands dirty. So, um, yeah, man. So one of the things that I'm working on, we're gonna bring back, we're gonna actually bring up practice footage. One of my subscribers definitely mentioned something on the last video where we did the uh camera tracking 2D to 3D in under 10 minutes. He commented on that like, yo, is this footage available for practice? I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. That is a great idea. So, major shout out to him for that. I'm definitely gonna make some footage a bit available for you guys. Um, you will likely find that on the Patreon. Um, I do have a free tier, so a lot of this stuff will be free. A lot of this stuff will be free. I'm a huge fan of free. You know what I'm saying? But there are some things that we're gonna keep premium. Yeah. So the Patreon is CMD premium. But yeah, we just been working on some things. One of the things that we've been working on is actually kind of crazy, right? So what we're gonna work on today is this garage shot. I'm in the garage, right? And I said, yo, like I want to make it look like I'm getting on a motorcycle or some type of like floating spacecraft type bike machine thing, right? So I built this contraption along with my son. You might be able to see my son somewhere over here in the corner, like where's Waldo? Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah. But yeah, we built this thing. Me and my son. We built this thing in the garage, right? And what did we build it out of? Because we don't have motorcycles. I don't have I used to. I used to. Now, that's a different day and time. We ain't talking about that, right? But here's what we built it out of. We built this thing out of the right here is a this is an office chair, right? This is an office chair with a quarter-inch pipe coming through the back of the head of the back head of the office chair, right? It's an office gaming chair, right? Then here, let me zoom in a little bit, is the dip bar. This is a dip bar. This is a dip bar. This is actually what I sit on, right? So this is the dip bar. I'm gonna sit on that. It's gonna look like I'm on a motorcycle. This right here, the back that comes up, is the weight bench. Yeah. And we threw a green screen on top of it. See, you got to be creative now. You got to be creative. So we're going to work on this shot today. We're going to camera track it. We want to make it look like I'm getting on the motorcycle. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know if this is going to be, successful or not. But that's what I meant to say in the beginning. Like a lot of the times we get our information on how to do certain shots, how to do certain creative visuals from people who already got it. I don't got it. I'm learning it. You know what I'm saying? I come from a barbering background, a music background, and yeah, I'm getting into this 3D thing, this whole directing thing. I've been a filmmaker for like the last 8 years, but I still practice because I don't got it. So we learning out loud. That's what we doing. We learning out loud. So here's the shot. Now there are some things that I am a little bit familiar with. So, when I go to explaining certain things, it's I definitely want to keep it beginner friendly. So let me know if I'm not keeping it beginner friendly. And yeah, I we're gonna look at this like we translating or something. You know what I'm saying? Translations. You know. All right, so here's the shot in Fusion. Right? We've already got it set up as a Fusion clip, right? So media in one to media in out. That's basically, you know, your footage inside of the viewer is your media in one, right? That's this footage right here. And how it plays on your viewer is through media out. So you telling it, hey, listen, I want you to connect to you, and then we're gonna make something together. We're gonna vibe together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to connect with you, and I want y'all to make something. And what we're making is this shot. So how are we gonna do this, right? Y'all see my son? That boy crazy. But hey, it was his idea. He was like, yo, why don't we put together a chair in a bar, and you know what I'm saying? We, you know, yeah, make a whole motorcycle. I said, you know what? Boy, you a chip off the old block, boy. Huh? So here we go. Let's do this. Shift space. And the first thing I want to try to do is magic mask. Oh, my camera just died. Camera just died. Hold on. Y'all gonna hear me. Y'all can hear me, but the camera just died. We're gonna bring that back. We're gonna bring that back. Let me get right. Should have been prepared for that, right? Let me bring that back. Let's get a USB connected to this thing here. Camera just died on me. Can't believe that. Way to start off the stream, Leon. Way to start off the stream, Lee. All right, there we go. We getting back plugged in. We getting back plugged in. All right, let's see. Let's get this formulated correctly. Got to put in the correct algorithm and all of that. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But let me see. Zoom in. Lift up. Bow. Let's get that back connected. And we will double click. Camera. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, hold on. We finna get right. We finna get right. And we should be good right about nowish. No? No? Can't see me? Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. We in there. As long as we in there somewhere. I had the, you know, thing going where we was masked out the masked off the background and all of that, but yeah, that seems not to be working. So let me see if I can get that back. I actually like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. NVIDIA broadcast. That's what I use, y'all, to get my screen off the background like that. I use NVIDIA broadcast. All right, so I should be popping up. We should see each other soon. We should see each other pretty soon. NVIDIA broadcast. Okay. All right, pay that. No, never mind. We just gonna go back to the original camera. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, here we go. So we got a square in the bottom now. Whatever. All right. So first thing I wanted to do with this shot is I want a magic mask. The reason why we magic mask once again is because we don't want moving elements in our shot. So I'm a magic mask starting with the boots to the hand. Keep it pretty minimal. I wonder if faster would work because I'm not so sure like how this media. Oh well, looks to be going pretty fast to me. Look good to me. Look good to me. Got the coat. We're gonna step forward, get on the bike or the weight material equipment stuff. I don't got my chat. Let me pull my chat up, y'all. I don't got my chat up. Let me see. Let me pull my chat up. Because I see people in the comments, but I don't see my chat. So that's Streamlabs chat. We don't want the Streamlabs chat, do we? We want the YouTube chat. Let me pull that up. Let's reset the docs. And YouTube live control panel will put you at the top. While this is magic masking in anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's maximize that. And how about we pull up YouTube on this side so I can see the chat, because I don't know what I'm doing in OBS. Told y'all we learning out loud. Y'all ain't believe me. Y'all ain't believe me. Y'all didn't believe me at all. All right, I think it's gonna track backwards now. Uh-oh, I'm playing something. We can't do that. So while this tracks, I'm just getting things set up with the stream. Getting things set up with the stream. We look, this is all a big behind the scenes. Like all of this is just one big behind the scenes. Like I don't profess to have this all perfectly, you know, perfectly down packed, or whatever the phrase is. I just want to see my chat. There we go. Nikki's. There we go. There we go. What's up, man? It's all good, bro. He said I'm on max volume. You sound like you're in a... I can't hear. I can't. Sounds like... He says you sound like you're in a box. Maybe it's the sound cancellation. It is the sound cancellation. Give me a second. Let me get that. Okay, so if I turn off the sound cancellation, let me see. Let's get this sound right. There we go. I shouldn't sound like I'm in a box no more. I should be good on the sound. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm good on the sound or not. Yeah, Nikki, so I shouted you out, brother, at the beginning of the stream. You definitely inspired me to create the practice footage. And so we're definitely gonna do that, man. We're gonna do some practice footage, some stuff that we could practice with together, man. Some footage that you know, all the subscribers can benefit from, man. That was a great idea. That was a real great idea, man. So we're gonna have some free footage, and you know, we'll play around with it. We'll play around with it, man. Some free footage, and then we'll also go to you know, some more premium footage as well. So really great idea. I appreciate that, man. Really great idea. All right, so it got a little slow here. It says it's about 28 seconds remaining on the track. I don't know why it got this slow. Usually I'm zooming, but then again, it gets slower the longer the clip is. He said I did some roto painting on my live stream yesterday. That's what's up, man. I gotta check you out. I gotta check you out. I hate roto. I hate doing it. He said the sound is still too low. What about now? Are we good? We good? Can you hear me? Let me know. Let me know. Is the volume too low, too loud? Ooh, that's too loud. I could tell that's peaking. We too low, too loud? What we got? Oh, he said better. Okay, cool. Bet. All right, so yeah, man. I hate doing roto, man. I hate doing roto. Manual roto? Yeesh. Manual roto. I can't do it. I be sitting here like this. Click, 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 click. Keyframe, keyframe. I can't do it, man. I cannot do it at all. I need some type of like automated roto tool in order to, you know what I'm saying? In order to make that happen, I need some type of tool, man. I can't do it. He said, I love to track my rotoscopes and silhouette. Okay, Boris FX. You talking about Boris FX, right? Silhouette. I'm getting some feedback from something and somewhere. I hear like the radio in my headphones, like, and I don't have anything playing. Yeah, Boris FX. Yeah, man. I literally hear like, I just called to say I love you. Like, I hear this in my headphones. Like, why do I hear this? Like, where is that coming from? I hear the radio in my headphones. I wish y'all could hear this. This is crazy. Okay. All right. I guess I'm listening to the radio while I'm kicking it with y'all then. That's that's what we doing. We radio and roto. Radio and rotoing. Roto and yeah, all that. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. All right, so we almost done with this. We got about 2 minutes left on this track, which I don't know why it's taking so long. I'm going to stop it and then try to push it, see if it'll go. Try to push it. He said it's coming from heaven. Right, man, what? Whispering in my ear or something. What's going on? What am I hearing? This is crazy. This is, who is this? This is Stevie Wonder. This is Stevie Wonder playing in my ear right now, bro. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on. Radio frequencies are mixed or something. Any updates on the C50? Man, hold on 1 second. Any updates on the Canon C50? There are a lot of updates on this thing. So this thing right here that I got at the top, this is the DJI SDR transmission system, which allows me to like see what I'm filming wirelessly, like on my phone. But man, I'm not gonna lie to you. This thing right here is an absolute beast. I got the 35 millimeter 1.8 RF lens on it right now. It's literally like a R5C Mark II. That's what I'm comparing it to. That's what I'm saying with it. I think it's yes, it's Netflix approved. It just got Netflix approved. But in my opinion, the Canon C50 is an R5C Mark II. That's what it is, man. I'm not going to lie to you. One of my favorite cameras. I don't think I will be needing another camera like anytime soon. This boy is a beast. I got the DJI Mic 2s connected to it. I love the full HDMI. I love the full HDMI. No more breaking the little HDMI to USB micro. None of that. So I love the full HDMI. The XLR inputs. He said, is the footage stable? So yes, it is. It is. The footage is stable. Even though we don't have IBIS, the footage is very stable. And a lot of people complain about not having IBIS, but if you really think about it, the R5C didn't have IBIS either. Neither one had IBIS. The R5C doesn't have IBIS. That is literally one of like Canon's flagship cameras. And I got to keep that one close too. Got to keep the R5C close, but both of these together, Both of these together, yeah, I feel like I'm Rambo or somebody. I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger or somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Black Hawk Down. You know what I'm saying? You remember when he had to survive and he was I feel like I'm at war or something. Every time I go out, like, you know, I have a very specific set of skills. A very specific set of skills. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, we done tracking, y'all. We gotta get this. Don't get me to talking about the C50, man. The C50 is that's a whole nother that we'll be here all day. We'll be here all day. But let me get right. So, what we got here is a fully tracked magic mask, fully tracked through and through. And this is just of me getting on the bike. Just of me getting on the bike. All right, so what we're going to do, and I still hear this Stevie Wonder in my ear. This is crazy. What we're going to do is we're going to invert this mask because we have to do some camera tracking. We don't want to track me. What are we tracking me for? I don't want to track me. Let's track the environment. So usually what I'll do is I will take the magic mask out of the line. And if you remember from my last video, I do that because of what I do next, which is Delta Keyer. And you take this and you go here. I don't mess with any of this. Go over to matte. I'll do clean foreground just to see if it's something there. Up, clean background, right? Go over to mask, subtract, none, and I think this one was source. And so now when I bring that magic mask back in, I won't have any green haloing around my subject as long as I flip it back so that we see there's no green, no blue either, which is crazy. Wait, there is some blue. We'll do a second Delta Keyer for the blue. So bring that back out. Now we got the green out, so let's do a second Delta Keyer for the blue. And so we're going to take this dropper tool, we're going to put it on the blue. So you just basically told, we'll call media out DaVinci Resolve. That's what we're going to call it. Media out is DaVinci Resolve. You just told DaVinci Resolve, with media 1, you said, hey, DaVinci, this is my media. This is my video. Here's what I want you to do with it. I want you to take the green screen and get it out of there. I want you to take the blue screen and get it out of there. And then, DaVinci, I want you to show me the result. So now here we are in the blue screen, right? Getting that up out of here. We got to get that up out of here. So we're going to go to subtract, none. And I probably kind of did this a little bit backwards with the fact that I didn't do the clean foreground for it. Really doesn't matter, like, honestly. The way, you know, what is that? If it's linear, what am I trying to say? You can click subtract before you do your clean background or anything like that. Anyway, all right, so now we got green and blue right there, and we're gonna bring back in that magic mask. Now, if I invert, would you look at there? Would you look at there? Let's clean it up a little bit because I see some stuff there. Maybe we'll play with the threshold just a little bit. Maybe not on the green one, maybe on the blue one. Yeah, it's probably the blue one. Let's play with the threshold on the blue one. None. Sometimes you got to play around with it a little bit just to make sure you're getting all of your stuff. There we go. There we go. Clean foreground. Because I have tracking markers that I'm probably going to have on that floor right there. So if I go to camera tracker now, add this camera tracker node. I want to go to preview auto locations, auto track locations. Let's throw that in. And it's going to show me exactly where all of my locations are. Now, one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to get tracking markers on myself. So I'll go from the magic mask to a bitmap node. that bitmap node is like, hey, DaVinci Resolve, only track within this. This is the only thing I want you to track. If it's black, I think y'all know what I'm about to say. If it's black, don't track. Let's put it up there. Get up there. If it's black, don't track. If it's white, I need you to get it right. Real talk. That's how we operating with this camera tracker. So the bitmap node is communicating with the camera tracker. Like, listen, only track anything within the white areas. Don't track anything that's in the black area. None of this. Just the white areas. So it's gonna come, and we're gonna go to auto track. Maybe we'll bring our threshold up because we want good tracking markers. We don't just want anything. Bring down the minimum separation, biodirection. We want it to track forward and backward. And then auto track. We'll let that do its thing real quick. Should be fairly simple. I see this tracker with my son got something in his hand right there. I'm going to end up deleting that one. It's all good. Because a couple of these I'm going to delete too. See, I stepped on that one. These right here all got to get deleted because that's moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all an easy way to do that though, just by clicking clean foreground. Clean foreground. So here we go. We're moving along. Now it's going to track backwards. Tracking backwards, and that's going to... You only need 8 good tracking markers. I think I said that in the last video where we did the 3D under 10 minutes. 2D to 3D in under 10 minutes. You only need 8 good tracking markers. And you don't want none of the ones that are moving. You want all the ones that are staying still on the surface and, you know, just kind of doing their thing. Just kind of hanging out. What he said, I might switch to Fusion after my Nuke Indie license is over. I feel you. He said, where are you? Big room. Oh man, this is the office. This is the office. Looking at Beeble AI. Hey, I use it. I'm gonna show you what's up with Beeble. I use it. I use Beeble AI. All right, so we just camera tracked. Let's go to solve. Let's see what we get. We're gonna go to solve. I want to set this up. Auto delete tracks by filter. We want it to delete, you know, when we, you know, set our parameters, right? And we said we don't want any of those foreground tracks, so I'll just click clean foreground tracks, and it should automatically delete all of the tracks that are in the foreground that are moving. Any tracks that are just kind of, you know, hanging out, and it shouldn't be there. And then I'll also clean tracks by filter and click solve. Oh, wait. You said this in this room. Where was I in this room? This is a garage. So if you're talking about where I'm hopping on the bike at, that's a garage. Where am I now? This is an office. So we're at 2.4976 pixels. So we know that that's not going to do us any justice. So we're going to clean tracks by filter. Move along a little bit. Select them. Clean tracks by filter. It should be auto deleting as we go along. Clean tracks by filter. Clean tracks by filter. Just kind of scrub through, cleaning them by filter. Now, where's that one that my son, let me see, is that still there? Nope, it's not there. We clean that one. Okay, let's solve. Let's see what we get. Now, I'll tell y'all, man, it took me a while to get the camera tracking to move this fast. I had to figure out like what codecs are good for Fusion. I had to figure out like how many, oh, woo, we at 0.5. 0.5, that's a great track. We're at 0.5, under 1 pixel. Could we get better? We probably could, but there's no need. We're just gonna finish it out right here. But yeah, I had to figure out like how many threads it uses, and come to find out it only uses one. Only uses a single thread situation. All right, so let's get ready to export. We want to tell the tracker where our ground plane is. So if we on the ground, then, you know, I could just select all these, but then my ground would be kind of like tilted. Yeah, I am going to export in EXR coming back from Blender, but I'm going to show you round trip how I do it. So I do a lot of my camera tracking in Fusion because I composite in Fusion. If I wanted to, I could, is it easier to do my camera tracking in Blender? Yeah, 100%, especially with Colmap and all of these other camera trackers that are out. It's 100% easier to do it in Blender, especially, you know, if you're going to composite in Blender, but I don't composite in Blender. I like to do my compositing inside of Fusion because it gives me more control of the final look. So to get that ground plane, I'm going to select just a few of the points that are on the ground, like that are kind of like in close proximity to each other. So I got these two, and then I want to kind of let it know, you know, come on down. This is all the ground. All of this is the ground. So anything from here on down is the ground. And I'm going to set that as my ground plane, and my origin, I'll grab that little guy right there, that one right there in the middle, and I'll set that as my origin. I could have this wrong. This is where I suck. I am terrible sometimes with setting the origin and having the ground planes exactly where they need to be. But if we export this, and we're going to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the node structure. But if we export this, it's going to give us this node group here, right? And if I slide that up there like that, we should be able to see everything in here, ground plane and all that. We go to camera 3D1, and I can see right now that my ground plane is twisted. My ground plane is twisted. So that means I need to go back. And this is why I say we learning out loud, because I mess this up sometime. He says, I dislike Blender's camera tracker. I just don't like the UI. The UI is definitely it's tricky. It's tricky, but I learned camera tracking in Blender from guys like Ian Hubert, and I'm nowhere near their level. Ian Hubert, who else? What's the other guy? Gleb Alexandrov. Who else? Yeah, bunch of those guys, man. They real good at camera tracking. I'm just, you know, like I said, we learning out loud. We learning together. Any business tips? Do I have any business tips when it comes to what, video? This? Business tips for which aspect of the filmmaking? So we're gonna change our ground plane to something like this, unaligned, and then we'll try to switch it out like that, and then click aligned and just update previous export, and let's see what we get. Still tilted, so we gotta do some work. Let's go back, unaligned. Gotta play with it sometimes. Sometimes you gotta play with it. So if I just select, because honestly in the video the ground is kind of tilted. I think who I had holding the camera, the ground is kind of tilted. So maybe what I could do is I can go to a point where it's kind of straight, like right here, and say, hey, that's the ground. I wonder what that will look like. Update previous export. He said video and VFX. Man, my biggest fire the cameraman. my biggest tip for video and VFX, man. You know, we see a lot of VFX artists, you know, 3D generalists and people, 3D specialists who are like, you know, they basically saying that, you know, AI is taking over and it's going to take their jobs, everything like that, man. Honestly, if you do it all, learn it all, bro. Learn it all. Learn how to shoot your own videos. Learn how to shoot your own green screen plates, VFX plates. Learn how to shoot it yourself, so that way you don't have to wait for somebody to hire you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a movie in their mind. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just got a bunch of them in mind, and I just be thinking that everybody has movies in their minds. And That could actually be a downfall for me because I'm walking around here thinking that everybody has this type of brain. And I'm not tooting my own horn, not tooting my own brain, but it's a fact that creatives can, you know what I'm saying, visualize certain things, whereas non-creators can't visualize. So my advice, my business tip is learn it all. If you have movies in your head, learn it all. Learn how to shoot, learn how to light, learn how to gaff, learn how to shoot your own plates, learn it all. Learn how to camera track, learn it all. Because when you learn it all, you can do it all, and can't nobody put you out of business, not even AI. That's another thing we need to do. We need to do a live showing the difference between real 3D versus AI, man. Like it's night and day. It's night and day. It's not. He said I use AI as a tool. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Same here. Same here. All right, let's get back to this camera track and let's see what we got. Did I change the ground? Yeah, man. Yeah, that would be something. That would be something. So it looks like I messed up the ground. Okay. All right, here's the last effort right here. So when you're not getting the ground right and you're not getting the stuff right, look, just zero it out. Zero it out. That's what I usually do. Yeah, zero it out. It's going to be wherever Fusion put it. Wherever Fusion put the ground is going to be there. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Wherever Fusion put the ground is going to be there. Let's see where it put it. Let's see where it put it. Okay, see, Fusion didn't do a bad job. I'm not going to hate on Fusion. They did where they put the ground where the ground supposed to be. I can get jiggy with it. Could be a little bit lower. I would like for it to be a little bit lower, but it's not going to matter once we get it over to Blender anyway. It's better, right? It's not going to matter once we get it over to Blender. I'll be honest with you. So we'll go with that. Now, here's a tricky point. Here's a tricky part that I usually kind of find a little bit strange. Here, let me take this magic mask out. We no longer need it. Oh, no, we do need the magic mask. We just need to invert it because now we only need to see me getting on the bike. We don't need to see anything else. And so did it get the floor completely right? No, because as you can see, my leg is below the floor. However, is it good enough for what we're trying to do? Yes, it's good enough. Sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect. Let me see. Could I have... Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. I think I used the magic mask. Let me make sure I didn't. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be completely perfect. Yeah, man, Blender 3D, man. B3D is crazy. That's where we're headed over to. That's where we're headed over to. So how do I export this camera and everything that we just tracked, my point cloud and everything? How do I export this over to Blender so I can, you know, put myself on this futuristic motorcycle? How am I going to do that? First thing, I don't need the ground plane because Blender, you know, you can create your own ground planes over there. Point cloud. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Point cloud. We are going to, and this is learning out loud, so I might have this wrong, right? We're going to do I know we're going to need 2 nodes. It's a shape 3D. That's 1 node we're going to need. Unplug it from the merge, and I don't need a merge. We're going to need a shape 3D, and we're going to need a replicate 3D. Now the exact structure of these, sometimes I kind of get off a little bit. So let me see. Shape 3D. Because basically what we're telling Fusion is that, he says I use Albimic to export. I feel you. I feel you. I usually use FBX. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Point cloud, I want them to be points. You can kind of change the size a little bit. But I want to give them a shape. And so I think it goes from point cloud to shape 3D. I could be wrong. But I want them to be cubes. And then from the replicate back to the merge. Let me see if I got that right. If I got that right, then when I go to shape 3D and I go to the size, nope, see, didn't get that right. Okay, so, make renderable. Make renderable. Bow. Forgot to click that. Gotta click that. If you don't click make renderable, you're not gonna see nothing. It's not gonna happen. So point cloud to shape 3D to replicate 3D. Is that the wave? Is that the way to do it? Or is it shape 3D? He said FBX is solid. For sure, man, for sure. Is it? I get this part mixed up, y'all. I get this part mixed up. Let me see. Is it shape 3D to point cloud to replicate to merge? Yeah, I could have. I definitely got this part all wrong. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna actually. We're gonna look this up. We're gonna look it up, and we're gonna look it up together. We're gonna look it up together, because I am not ashamed to figure out something that I don't know while I'm kicking it with y'all. For real. All right, so they said let's get to it, Leon. Okay, so what do I want to ask Copilot? I want to ask Copilot, what is the camera structure? Oops, what is the Fusion node structure for exporting point clouds? Let's see what they give us. Let's see what they give us, because I honestly thought it was point cloud, shape 3D, replicate 3D. Okay, they're lying. Fusion cannot export. Okay, Fusion can't export directly. Okay, got you. Yeah, for sure. So it's camera tracker, point cloud, replicate to shape 3D. So replicate to shape 3D. Point cloud to replicate 3D, and then, okay. All right, let's try that. Point cloud to replicate 3D, and then replicate 3D to shape 3D. And then let's try that. Let's turn down the size of the cube. Let's go to the merge. These should all be cubes, if that's the case. Unless this is still supposed to be connected to... I think I just figured it out. I think I just figured out why. I think I'm supposed to have... You're still supposed to have the point cloud connected to the... Is it the camera 3D or is it going to be the merge? It's really technically the same thing. Replicate, shape 3D, size. Nope, that's only one cube. That's only one cube. That's only one cube. Replicate 3D. Let me see. Merge. Yep, this is the part where we learn out loud together, because I've done this plenty of times. I forget the steps at times. Let's go back. Let's see what they said. All right, they said camera tracker generates or holds the point cloud data from your solve. Replicate 3D takes each point in the cloud and places a small piece of geometry at that location. This is the workaround that makes the point cloud exportable. Shape 3D provides the tiny geometry instances that replicate 3D will duplicate at each point. And I swear I just did that. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do, because camera tracker and ground plane and all of that comes in connected to the merge. These all come in like this, connected to the merge. So if those come in connected to the merge, then that would mean point cloud goes there. Replicate is supposed to give it replicate is supposed to give it the instances. Let me see. Shape. I'm sorry, the scale. I don't know what that is. The scale of the jitter. I don't know what the jitter is. I don't know. Shape. Size, cubes. visibility, they're visible. But these aren't cubes. Huh. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. That's kind of weird to me. This is kind of weird to me. Let me see. I love your thought process. Most people learn on the job. Man, now see, now we're going to learn together. We're going to learn together. That's the way to do it, man. I never want to come off as if I know everything with this stuff, man. I see a lot of people who give tutorials and a lot of people who have information on this stuff, and they, you know, they kind of talk down, right? But I feel like, yo, we learning together. Like, if you're interested in 3D and how to make your own shots and filmmaking and stuff like that, like, yo, I am too. Let's learn together. Like, that's how I feel like that's how you find your tribe, right? That's how you find your tribe. You find your tribe by learning out loud and learning with the other people who are trying to learn the exact same thing you trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? So major shout out to you for being here, you know, learning this stuff with me, even though I know you already know it. I know you already know it. Yeah, so let me see. Point cloud to replicate 3D. And what if, okay, so this is the, what is this? This is the input. This is the input. And this one is the destination. Okay, so basically the shape 3D should probably go to the green. Or like that. And then like that. And then like that. Or that, because we're basically sending this shape 3D to the we're sending the shape 3D to the replicate 3D back to the point cloud to the merge. Let me see if I got that right. If I got that right, y'all, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. If I just got that right, you sending the shape 3D backwards to the replicate 3D to the point. Let me see. Hold on. I just got to check to see. I don't think I got that right. I don't think I got that right. I don't want to be right about that. If I am right about that, that's cold. That's kind of cold. If I'm right about that, that's kind of cold. So let me go to shape. Is it size? No. Replicate. Is it scale? No. Something happened when I moved that though, didn't it? I thought it did. Replicate 3D. Scale. That is it. That is it. That is it. So we sending the shape 3D back to the replicate 3D. But now we got to connect that to the. Oh. Let me see. Did I do that right? Don't be confusing me, Fusion. Don't be confusing me, Fusion. Because what I don't need is confusion. Nah, see, that ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. There we go. You got to connect the replicate 3D to the merge. All right, so cool. This is the process. You go from point cloud 3D to replicate 3D, and then what are you replicating? You send your cubes backwards to the replicate 3D and plug the replicate 3D to the merge. I don't know if that made a lick of sense, but guess what? We just learned it together. Huh? Yeah. Ain't make a lick of sense to me neither until we did it. It didn't make a lick of sense to me neither. Didn't make an ounce of sense to your boy. But the point cloud, he said, yay. I swear, man, this didn't make no sense. Yeah. But, hey, it worked. So we got the point cloud in there. That's crazy. That is crazy work. Got the point cloud in there. What's up with this magic mask? Why didn't that stay? There we go. I must have done something. Must have clicked something with that magic mask why it didn't stay. So I got a re-magic mask. But yeah, so we got the point cloud. It's renderable to Blender. At this point in time right now, we can take this and go directly over into Blender and formulate our scene, man. Really just kind of do some stuff and make it do what it does. Make it do what it does. And I also realized I'm going back now. I realized that my bitmap node is connected to the wrong thing. So we got a good track. Without our bitmap node being connected to the magic mask. Ain't that crazy? We made a few mistakes. Yeah, this is crazy stuff, bro. This is crazy stuff. Anybody that tells you that you don't need to pay attention to math and geometry in school, they crazy. You definitely need to pay attention to math and geometry in school. If you plan on like having any type of future with creation, with like virtual production and editing and stuff like that, man, like virtual effects, like that stuff matters, especially when you get to talk about expressions and stuff like that, man. Yeah, super important, bro. Super important throughout all parts of life too. That's the crazy part. It's not just VFX and camera tracking and stuff like that. No, math is important throughout all aspects of life. If the only math that you know how to do is count money, you're lost. If the only math that you know how to do is counting money, you're lost. It helps you understand blend modes. Yeah, definitely helps you understand like how are you dividing out light? How are you dividing out, canceling out? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's ratios. It's all ratios. You know what I'm saying? Aspect ratios is math. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you I'm filming in open gate, what's that aspect ratio? Don't tell me 1:1. I'm gonna look at you like, huh? Don't tell me 1:1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, math is very important. Very important. Don't tell me 1:1. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Crazy. All right, so we almost done with this magic mask. We gotta wait till this finishes up. We got about 2 minutes. If we look at the bottom right, that's one thing I do like about Fusion. It will tell you like exactly how long you have left on the camera track and allow you to kind of do some other things. You know, yeah. That took a little second, but we got it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure that we completely need the point cloud. I'm not sure that we completely need the point cloud, because as long as the camera is moving in space the way that it was moving when you filmed it, you can kind of reconstruct anything around that. But the point clouds are good because we're going to add this video to the back of the Blender camera and we're going to build out from there. So having that point cloud is going to be dope. It's going to show me where the floor is. It's going to show me where, I don't know what I'm clicking. Am I clicking something? Why does it keep trying to stop on me? It's going to show me where the floor is. It's going to show me where I could see these points here in space is where that cabinet was, that drawer that I had, you know. Back here is kind of like where my son was. You know, you can kind of reconstruct this stuff in inside of Blender just based off of the point cloud. So, you know, it's literally kind of bridging it for you. What I like though is I want to have more density. That's the main thing. I want to have more density. If I'm going to reconstruct it, I would like it to be like super dense, hence the term dense point cloud. So, you know. Two minutes. I got the chat pulled up here too. Well, I'm pulling it up here. I can't keep looking over at this screen. Let me see. Scroll down. He said it helps understand blend 4.3. Is it 4.3? Ooh, is it 4.3 or is it 4.3? Is it 4.3? You might want to check that answer. Check that answer. Check that answer. You talking about OpenGate? Is OpenGate 4.3? Is he talking about OpenGate? You talking about OpenGate? Three two and 4.3. 3.2 or 4.3. That's the answer. 3.2 or 4.3. Nice. Yep, he got it. You knew it. You knew it. You knew it. But yeah, 3.2 is I like 3.2, man. I do. He said my favorite note is the light wrap note. Where is that at? Are you talking about in Fusion? Because I cannot find the light wrap node, man. I've been trying to find that node forever. I've looked at other like creatives who've made the like a version of the light wrap node, but that light wrap node helps set you inside of a scene. Like when you magic mask yourself out, you bring it into Blender, bring it back, whatever. When you set yourself in that scene, that light wrap node wraps all that light around you. You know, kind of like how you can see like the light from back there just kind of like shining over me. I'm in this environment, right? But yeah, where is that? That has to be a nuke thing, because here, let me see. Shift space. Light wrap. Oh, light wrap. Yeah, we don't have it. We don't have it. Shift space, light. My bad, I got a text message. Light wrap. Nuke has it. Man, I gotta learn Nuke, man. I gotta learn Nuke. All right, so we got this. All right, let's get ready to export this, right? So we're gonna grab a FBX exporter node, add. I gotta tell it where I want it to go. Let me see. We'll go to the DJ. Ooh, we almost filled up, y'all. We almost filled up. I gotta put some stuff on that NAS or something coming up. Let me see. We'll say motor cycle scene. Oops, I forgot the E. There we go. We'll go there. Save there. That's where we're saving our FBX to. Man, that light wrap node, y'all got that? Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I have to do workarounds. Like I have to do workarounds because I don't have the light wrap node in Fusion. But either way, no matter. We're gonna do the. All right. So what are we exporting? We got our frame rate. We got our format. We got our version. Leave it at default. I'm exporting the cameras. I don't need the lights, and I do need the geometry because then I wouldn't get these. So my FBX exporter goes from, I don't even have to have that connected to the camera tracker. I don't even, matter of fact, I could disconnect that, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to do that. Yeah. So let me see, scale units by 100. React, bro. You know what's crazy? I don't even have Reactor installed. I'm trash for that. I'm trash for that. I forgot to install Reactor. I literally had Reactor, and then I had to do like a force reset on my computer. I was doing too much. I had overclocked the GPUs and did too much in the BIOS, and I had to completely like reset my computer. And yeah, I completely forgot to reinstall Reactor. That's crazy. I might do that on live today. Real talk. I might do that on live today. Okay, FBX exporter. Okay. All right. So now we go to Fusion, Show Toolbar, Render All Savers. Now that's going to render everything. That's going to render everything. About a minute on the export, and we'll have a 3D replicated camera from this scene inside of Blender. I don't know. Did I scale that up too much? I scaled it up by 100. I know the scale sizing is way different from Blender to Fusion, so I think 100 is about it. 100 is about it, because 1 is super small. 1 is super small, so we'll see. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. That'll be awesome. You know, we got Nicky's in here, man. He's like the VIP of the chat, man. For real, for real. Major shout out to him. But why are we doing this? I didn't even tell y'all why we doing this. We're doing this. This is actually, so I'm putting together a little music video. Yeah, a little music video. I'm putting something together. Yeah. We're putting together a little music video. Maybe I'll say, what is today? Today is the 21st. I'll say within the next couple of days, you may or you may not hear some new music. Within the next couple of days, you may or may not hear some new music from yours truly. Yeah. So y'all working on this with me. We learning out loud. We working together. And that's what I mean when I say, hey, when you say, hey, do you have any business tips? That's what I mean. When you learn it all, you know, learn it all. Make money from it all. You know, businesses like to see what you do for you before you do it for them. So what you do for you, you can do for others. All right. So we exported that camera and all that stuff. I'm going into Blender 5.0 today, y'all. We doing 5.0. We not finna play around with 4.5.1. We in 5.0 today. I'm telling y'all. Another person who was real good, like with this 3D stuff and music at the same time, you'll be surprised. T-Pain. Real cold. Real cold. He has a music video that he shot and directed all in Blender. Like 100% Blender. So yeah. All right, bro. Be smooth, man. Be smooth. Take care. Take care. Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to import this into Blender now. Import. I'm going to go to File, Import, FBX. And then we're going to go to exactly where we saved it, which is going to be motorcycle scene, FBX, import. Ha, that's actually pretty decent. I can delete this camera because I'm not going to use it, and that'll automatically give me this camera with my point cloud. I can delete this big thing in the back because I'm not going to use it. Well, should I project onto it? I might project onto it. Let's project onto it. Let's give it a new material. And what was that video called? This was called, well, I could render this out. Why not? Let's render it out as a EXR sequence. Let's render this out as an EXR sequence. All right, so we'll name this motorcycle scene EXR. No, motorcycle scene alpha. And the location will be somewhere near the same location that we used for, let me see. No, we use D drive, I believe. We use the D drive. This PC, D drive. And we'll go motorcycle scene, new folder, alpha, boom, save. And then we're gonna set this up for EXR. So we want EXR RGB DWAA half, export alpha, quality best, force sizing the highest quality, force debayer, add to render queue. Oh no, don't add to render queue yet, because we're only trying to export up until here. All right, now add to render queue, and then render all, and that should work. That should work. Give us a good little EXR sequence. All right, so open file location just to make sure. Okay, yep, it went. All right, so now I'll go back to Blender, new material, new material. We'll change this to a shader editor, and I'll do a Shift A image. No. Okay. Image. Oh, okay. It's called mesh plane now. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Motorcycle scene. Alpha. 0 to 551. We got 551 frames, huh? That's crazy. Detect image sequence, force reload, and turn on emission because we want it to shine. Yeah, that didn't work. It gave me a new plane. I just want this material to have it. So input, texture, image sequence. There we go. There we go. I was tripping for a second. All right. Motorcycle scene, alpha, 0 to 551. Import in to get that up out of there. Zoom out. Go to the rendered view. And alpha. There we go. And let's also take this same color and go to emission. I wonder if both of them should be plugged in at the same time. Yeah, both of them. All right. Now we see we want this to be on sRGB because that's the color space for Blender. All right, cool. So now what we see is it should be moving. Looks like it's standing still. Why are you standing still? Clip. Auto refresh. There we go. There we go. All right, so here's where I pretty much, oh wait, we got the timeline set to 250. I forgot. Blender's timeline is automatically set to 250. So we're gonna go to 552. And boom, that's where the motorcycle is gonna be, right in that space right there. All right, now where are we gonna get this motorcycle from? Well, if you've ever subscribed to Ian Huber's Patreon, there are assets that he allows us to download with attribution, And one of those is this guy right here, Brutalist. Now, Brutalist is one of Ian Hubert's, basically one of his, if you've ever watched his short films, there's this racing scene, Hyperbowl. They call it the Hyperbowl, where they're basically like racing. Let me see. I want to bring that back. I want to disconnect. Is it Brutalist that I use? No, I don't want to use Brutalist. I want to use, is it Dylan? Let's see. Let me rotate that on the Z. No, rotate that on the X-axis. RX. Let's see. Because not all of them have handlebars. I definitely need the one that has handlebars. So that's not it either. It must be Go Play Outside. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. All right, so I'm going to change this setting from follow preferences to append. So that way when I bring it back in, I can literally just separate the driver, and we'll bring over the machine, and we're gonna go back to the camera view. Back to the camera view. What is this? Oh, that's the person. When he comes off of the machine, yeah. All right, I don't need that. All right, back to the camera view. We got the point cloud here. So we are going to now select all of this. Not this though. I don't want this selected. Let me see. Go Play Outside all the way up to the cylinder and then size it up. I think that's, I don't know what this is. I don't need it though. All right. Let's Go Play Outside all the way to the lattice GX. We just want to kind of, all right, now size it up to the point where it looks like he's getting on it. And then GY. And I gotta kind of angle this because why am I not seeing? This has an alpha channel on it, so why am I not seeing? Okay, whatever. Let's turn this a little bit. Blender work. We came from Fusion. Camera track this thing in Fusion, and we're now here inside of Blender. Let me turn on my gizmos. I mean, they're already on, but I don't see. There we go, I guess. Let's angle that like that. G, Z, GX, G, Y. Ha, but my foot is not showing. Okay. Go Play Outside, lattice, GX. I want the foot to be about like right there-ish. Rotate on the Z. I have no clue why this isn't showing through here. That's kind of aggravating me. Oh, because it's further in front. I would need to move this back or bring it up. One or the other. I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together. We learning out loud. But we have the point cloud. Oh, no. Don't move this. Go back. Don't move this. I know what it is. It's the view clip end. Put that to some ungodly number and do the same thing down here. Clip some ungodly number. Oops. Some ungodly number. There we go. There we go. Gotta press clip. Don't forget to press clip. Alright, so let's see. Let's grab this stuff. Grab this stuff. Scoot it over. Bring it up to where I'm sitting on it. Alright, just a little bit lower. And I want my hands about where the handlebars are. So about right there. And if I look at that, now, but I also have to attach this to the camera. Because if I don't attach this to the camera, it's not technically going to move in 3D space. So where's my 3D camera? I have to attach it to... Which camera do I attach it to? I'm going to attach it to this one. And then click Control P to parent object. And let's see. No. That's not the right thing. Don't parent that. Those with... So go play outside, Lattice with or lattice. Lattice is the word actually. Lattice, not Lattice. It's lattice. 0. It's not selecting. Maybe I need to get this up out of here. Give it its own camera. There we go. And then Control P for parent object. We so close. Let's make sure we got this right. We on the Cycles GPU. Let's go to EV. Let's make it a little bit easier on ourselves, right? Let's go to EV. We'll just add some atmosphere. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as we add some atmosphere real quick. Okay, it's not showing an EV. We're in 5.0, Blender 5.0, so we'll go back to Cycles. And I want to get these lower, turn on my denoiser, optics. All right, I'm on the bike. I'm trying to figure out what I need to parent this camera to, or if it needs to even be parented at all, right? So take the camera out of here and give it like its own. Because it should be moving unparented, I think. Maybe that's the key. Moving unparented. All right, let's slide this up some. There is something that I'm missing as to why this thing is not moving with the camera. What am I missing? Because the camera does move, right? Let me zoom into this stupid camera. Where is it? Where'd it go? Okay. Well, because I can't see the camera. I think it's somewhere over here though. Yeah, camera 3D 1 is here. Yeah, that's the one. But it's not. All right. If camera 3D 1 is it, give it its own collection. Because I'm still not seeing how this object isn't moving separate from the camera. It's not making sense to me. It's not making sense to me. Huh. The origin. It would probably have something to do with the origin, right? So if I say right click, geometry to origin. Does it move separately then? No, it's still parented. It looks like it's parented to the camera. Let me go to the relationships. Let me see. Object. We want it all. Object. Yeah, I think it's parented to something. I don't remember exactly. Oh, constraints? Nope, it's not parented. It's not parented. The engine ain't parented. Okay, is the camera parented? Let's see if the camera is parented. We just got something. Let's see what that was. I think it's a new subscriber. I think it was a new subscriber. Man, shout out. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. That's cool. Pull my OBS back up so I can see. I can't see. Tools, docs, and recent events. Kim Frazier. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Kim. Okay. All right. So we got. I'm trying to figure out what is this parented to. Something is parented, man. This is. Oh, this is crazy. It's killing me. This is parented to something. Let's get this out of here. It's not supposed to be in the same collection. Did that do it? So what if I parent this? Okay, we got to figure this out. So what if I parent it to one of the shapes? Let me see. Which shape is this? This is shape. This is shape number 131. All right, so if I parent all of this, let's say I select the entire collection of the engine, the Bezier, the lattice, all of that, and I control P with this, control P, object. And so now it's parented to that object. Of course, I would have to push it up some. But now I'm actually getting a little bit more of the, no, it's not, movement. Okay, we got to figure this out. We got to figure this out. And to do that, I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to start fresh because I might have done something that I don't want to go backwards. I don't want to go backwards and try to fix something if I, did something wrong, right? So we're going to start this over. So import, we're going to go to append, right? That gives us access to basically unparent and parent different things. Go play outside was the model. Delete the bones, delete the person, delete the helmet. File, import, FBX. We're going to go to Power Tank D, and we're going to go to Motorcycle Scene, FBX, import. That's going to be my camera from Fusion that I used, which is camera 3D 1. I don't want this in the same collection. Actually, what I'm going to do is, oh, that's not in the same collection, is it? Doesn't look like it. No, it's not in the same collection. Yes, it is in the same collection. I'm going to do a new collection. new collection. We're going to put all of these into the new collection. So that way it can't mistakenly get parented when you're not trying to parent it. You understand me? This thing I don't need. Shift A, image, mesh plane, power tank D, and we're going to go to motorcycle scene, alpha 0 through 551. Force reload, detect image, emission, import images planes. We're going to make sure we're on cycles, GPU, turn on my denoiser. I would like to do this in EV. I don't know why EV didn't work last time, but it works this time, so we good. Yeah, we in EV. That's going to be a lot realer for me. So more real time, I should say. More real time for me. Shader editor. Definitely want to put this in the right color space, which is sRGB for Blender. Cyclic. Yeah, cool. All right. And we're going to go to camera 3D1 as our main camera. We're going to go here, set active camera. Now I have to bring those two objects that I just had in front of this camera. So GY. Am I not there? Oh, it's behind it. It's behind it. GY. Let's bring it forward. And these can stay in the same collection because they are going to be, you know, kind of like together. So GZ, GX. We're going to rotate a little bit on the Z axis. Oh, we got it backwards. There we go. Rotated a tad bit on the Z axis. GZ. Let's see. There we go. It's moving outside. That's what I was looking for. It's moving outside of the camera. I wasn't trying to look for it to move with the camera. It was moving with it. And I was like, why is this moving with it? Collection issue. So we'll go to 551. Another thing I want to hurry up and do is grab my end range and give it some ungodly number so it doesn't. Uh-oh, that's too far. That's too far. Oops. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna leave it alone, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. So we're gonna have to figure out how we. Okay. Let's aim this the right way. Let's angle this the right way. Gonna select all that. GX. I'm getting on the bike, right? Let's see. Getting on the bike. GY. Forward a little bit. That looks pretty close, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. I want my hands to be able to clearly be seen on the handlebars. So I want to rotate on the Z axis. There's the handlebars. Now it looks like a big boy bike. I don't look like I'm getting on a tricycle. I don't want to look like I'm getting on no tricycle now. All right. Now we need to parent this bike to this, or parent this image to the bike. I thought it was already parented, but I could be wrong. Let's bring it back, because that automatically looks too close. See right here, it kind of fits, right? You see the foot is, if I move this, well, you can't really move that out the way, but if you look here, there's the foot pedal. So it kind of matches up scale wise, but the problem that I'm having is I need to make sure that the plane doesn't move outside of Control P, object, doesn't move outside of the bike. Like I want whatever the, see how it's scooting back? And that's because that was the camera movement. So what is it that I need to parent? I get confused. Do I parent the bike to the camera Or do I parent the bike to the plane? Bike to camera. Bike to camera, bike won't move. Bike to plane, or plane to bike, or plane to camera. Let's try plane to camera. I feel like the plane was already, I think I got this wrong, y'all. Because now it doesn't look like the bike is moving. It's not. It's not. Undo that. Undo that. There we go. I need that like that. So we need, I'm not sure what to parent this to in order to get this to stay. But I gotta constrain it to something. I gotta constrain it to something. I have to constrain this plane and it's parented right now. So let me get that out of there. Actually, I'm gonna give it its own collection. New collection. Collection 4. We got to destroy that relationship between the plane and the bike. So we'll go to constraints. Shift Control P, is it? Or Control Alt P? Oops, didn't mean to do that. P, keep object transform, 0. Nope, that wasn't it. We parented to something. I don't know. I don't know how I keep doing this. Let me see. What's the hotkey for unparenting? Let me look this up. Unparenting. And then I'm going to also go over here to see if I could find it myself before I even look at it. Alt P, Alt P, Alt P, clear parent. Cool. So I shouldn't be parented anymore, but it still looks like it is. Alt P, clear parent. Alt P, clear parent. Uh-oh. Okay, so we'll move this. Yeah, these two are still connected, and I don't know why. I just clicked Alt P. Alt P. Oh, is it down here? This is where it's connected to. Okay. Well, what if oops. What if and I got to learn how to do this. Like, this is like necessary for what I'm trying to do. Like, I have to learn how to do this. It's necessary. So I got the plane. GY. GX. GY. GX. And then let's size this bike up a little bit. So we're on the big fella bike, not on the little fella bike. GX, GZ, GX, GX, RZ, other way, GX. Maybe we can just make the handlebars a little bit bigger. What y'all think? See what I'm saying? Like, I'm moving backwards. It's like, what's not moving with the camera? Is the bike supposed to be parented to the camera? What am I missing here? This is making me angry. What the heck did I just do? Man, this is crazy. What's supposed to be parented to the camera and what's not? I thought your 3D object. Man, I'm so confused right here, y'all. I don't know. I might have to take a break and study this one for a later date. I don't know. Let me go to physics, constraints, add constraint, clamp to. Copy location. Copy location. Follow track. Follow path. Copy location. So if I copy the location of the plane to the bike, copy location. Copy the location to is it engine? Should I do engine? Because it's all separated in parts, so I might as well do engine. Nope, not engine. You want to do armature? Nope. You want to do maybe cylinder. Oh no, handle. Nope. Nope. So I have to find a point where I could copy the location to where it won't be. Is it armature? It's not armature because I stepped through. Is it engine 05? Let's try it. Let's try engine 05. Engine. Nope. I'm in it at that point. All right. So what is that? The x-axis? All right. Don't copy the x-axis. And then we'll move this over. GX. Alright, and then let me see GX, because I get on that joint like right there. GX. Ooh, don't delete. I think I finally, nope, I didn't get it. God dang, I didn't get it again. This is insane to me. This is insane, y'all. Invert X. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back to it. I ain't gonna lie. This is insane to me because I don't know if the camera is following the track. If I delete this, right? If the camera is following the track, this is the camera. The camera has no problem with having the bike camera has no problem with having the bike in clear view. It'll track it to the scene. It's no issue. The problem comes along when, let me see, let me create me a floor plane. We'll line it up with the joints on the floor. So what is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? And we'll bring it down some just so it can intersect slightly with the floor. We will grab the bike. And we will, oh, how did the plane get in there? Oh, I selected it, duh. Okay, we'll grab the bike. The plane's still in there, like it's parented. That's crazy. Yep, it's parented. Like, this is crazy. How is everything becoming? I did not parent this. Oh well. Oh well. We're gonna come back to it. A little confusing. Can't figure that part out. Let me see. GZ. Shift A. Mesh plane. GZ. Yeah, it's coming. Everything is coming in parented. And I don't know why. Seemed like it at least. There we go. I wasn't moving that one close enough. GY. Why are we moving so slow? GY. Goodness. GZ. Level out your floor. Your bike should be a tad bit smaller. And let's try to bring in the plane from here. Image, mesh. And this really, honestly, this is one of those instances where I would have took it to Beeble AI and kind of, you know, kind of gotten that 3D. Okay, that's this. Let's size this down because it came in crazy. Y 0 size. And I think that might be the reason why I should not have deleted the geometry from Fusion. I think that might be the reason why I shouldn't have deleted the geometry from Fusion. So we go to Fusion. And this is going to have to be scaled up some more because it did not come out the way that I thought it would. So we'll go scale of 300. And we will Fusion, show toolbar, render all savers. Just I guess I'm gonna like re-import the FBX camera. We learning out loud. I don't profess to, like I said, know all of this stuff like completely, you know, but we learning together, you know. I know for a fact that this video will be fire. And when I look back on this and I say, yo, like I did that. Like, yeah, I didn't create all of the 3D elements. I didn't create, you know, every object, but I put it all together. And I did build some things, and I world built, and I did this, and I did that. I'm gonna be proud. I'm gonna be proud. So, yeah, we exporting the Fusion camera. Export the camera from Fusion. We're gonna bring it back into Blender. I think I might try 4.5.1. 5.0 is still a little bit new to me. There are some nuances that I just don't understand about 5.0. They changed the name of some things that I'm used to. For instance, You used to go Shift A, image texture, and then it would say either image sequence or you know, just a regular photo. But now it's just mesh plane, right? So I get a little bit confused. Certain nuances are different, right? So we're gonna try 4.5.1, man. I tried 5.0. I just ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. We're gonna get there though. We're gonna get there. All right, general. Right. We're gonna delete everything in the scene, even this camera. X. And we're going to file, import, FBX, D, motorcycle, boom, scale, 100, apply transform, import FBX. That's better than what I had before. Bigger than what I had before. Let me see. 0. All right, we got the whole thing in there. Let's see. Let's give it a texture. Instead of it being that, we're going to give it new. We're going to go over to the shader editor. And we're going to go Shift A, texture, image sequence. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. It's a little bit different. You know, motorcycle scene, alpha, 551 import, boom, cyclic auto refresh in, color to color, alpha to alpha, and then color to emission. And we can go to the rendered view. Turn up the strength a little bit. Go from 709 to sRGB. And what are we in? Cycles, GPU. We're going to go to EV. Turn ray tracing on. Cool. I'm standing still. See, that's all I wanted. I want this junk to be right. That's it. Let's see, GZ. Let's say I'm standing in a distance. GZ. Probably help if I created myself a floor plane off top, right? Let's create a floor plane off top. GZ or SZ. Ooh, what did I press? And GY, bring it back some. Go ahead, go out there. And we're gonna rotate on the x-axis a little bit, GZ, GY, and I want to see this all the way over here, and then size up, go to view, give this some ungodly number. GZ 0. Gotta match the floor. The floor has to match. The camera also has that same thing. So if I do that like that. No, why you start back close? Because when it comes in, it's parented. Scene collection. Plane. Scene collection. And then move both of these back out. GY. GZ. Alright, that's a little too far out. Because remember, I have to look like I'm not showing the top of the frame, so it has to be about right. increase the size of my floor. Oh, that's still not big enough. Boom. Boom. All right, got that. And then go play outside. Nope, nope, nope. We don't want import settings. We want append reuse data. Where'd it go? Oh, came in super small. Okay, let's get this guy off of here. And let's get you from below the thing by giving you a new, first of all, we gotta give you a new collection. I guess it's its own. No, it's not in its own. Let me see. Put that in the scene. There we go. Put that in the scene collection. Now, grab all those. From the camera perspective, GZ, RZ. We flipped the wrong way, so let's flip that way. RX. Size up a bit, and GX. Let's see what we see. GY. And of course we gotta size up a lot more, GZ. Why is this starting out so close to me? Oh, because that's the camera from, that's the geometry from, yeah, all right, I'm tweaking, y'all. That's the geometry from Fusion. That's not a new geometry. That's the geometry directly from Fusion, which I just told y'all we was about to do, and I forgot that we did it. Let's RX GZ. I'm not seeing no reflections. Man, I love cycles, because cycles, you see the reflections and everything. Timeline. Yep, we learned together today, y'all. Okay, all right, let's get this together. Boom, boom, boom. GY. And we're still experiencing the same thing we were in 5.1. So it's definitely something that I'm doing that I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna have to go look it up. I'm gonna have to go look it up because it's not sitting well with me that I have no clue what this is. Especially when I know the camera track is good. Like when I know the camera track is good, like that's the part that I'm just kind of like, what? needs to be in between the camera and the geometry. Lost on this one, y'all. Completely lost. They should slightly intersect, of course. But yeah, it's not. It's, yeah. This is parented to the camera, of course. Nope. Nope. Or since the geometry is moving, maybe what I need to do is, and I thought I tried this already, but parent this to the geometry. And so even if you do parent it to the geometry, like, yeah, it's parented, but the scale doesn't change. And I think I dealt with this before, where I do copy, what was it? Copy constraints, copy transforms of 3D1. Oops, wrong thing. So wait, first thing, and then the last thing is the parent. So if I copy transforms (3D1), yeah, that ain't it. Copy transforms to 3D0. Yeah, that ain't it either. Oh well, I don't know, y'all. I'm confused with this one. This one has blown my mind. I know it's something that I'm doing. It's something that I'm doing for sure, and I don't know. Let me see if I can copy location, rotation, and scale. How can I do all three of them at once? It would be copy transforms. Copy location, copy scale. If you hit copy scale, it's definitely not it. This is insane to me. I have not figured this out yet. And if anybody knows, if y'all in the chat, anybody knows like how to get that to, let me see, limit. Let's see, copy the transforms of 3D1. So okay, so if I was getting this correct, let me see. I know this is coming from Fusion, so this is moving. The camera ain't moving. The camera ain't moving. The actual geometry is. Whereas in Blender, if you camera track in Blender, it's actually different. The actual camera, well, the camera is moving. So it's projecting. What it's doing is it's projecting. But was I supposed to delete that original camera, or was I supposed to keep that joint? Because I don't understand. GZ, oops, wrong thing. GZ, dang it. You see camera, GZ, RZ, GY, 0. Shift W. Let me rotate on the this is about the camera, right? Shoot, because y'all, I'm lost. I done burnt out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I done burnt all the way out. I am lost. That was loud. Okay, so even if I do have the tracked camera, am I supposed to, let me zoom in with it. Yeah, that's confusing to me. That's confusing to me. I don't figure. I don't know. I don't know. That's confusing to me. I don't know. Because you would copy the transforms of the camera, is what I thought. I thought you would copy the transforms of the camera. Copy or clamp to. Clamp to. Because it still moves. I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out later, y'all. It is what it is. I don't know. I done burnt myself out trying to figure this out. And I'm gonna take my time, go look this up. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, yo, I figured it out. But until then, yeah, your boy burnt out. I gotta go figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out off cam, come back, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I did it. Cause yeah, at this point, I'm not doing nothing but spinning my wheels. I'm not doing nothing but spinning my wheels. Because if you look at it, this is the crazy part. If you kill all constraints, right? If you kill the constraint to that, give this its own collection. You give this its own collection. Stupid plane. Put the camera 3D in there. And then it doesn't matter if I parent 3D1. Maybe 3D1 ain't what's moving. 3D1. 3D1. If I parent 3D1 to parent 3D1, this is 3D1, right? Parent 3D1 to, or no, parent this to 3D1. And then copy transforms. Or no, just Control P. Object, keep transform. Yeah, it's still the same thing. Like the sizing, the scale is just, it's just off. It's just off. Yeah, that's what's killing me right now. It's the scale. It's the scale. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to get off and figure this out. I'll get back on and hopefully I'll have some good news to tell y'all, because right now I'm utterly confused. I haven't tried everything. Yeah, I've tried everything. There's nothing left, nothing else left for me to try except for to go back into Fusion. There's nothing else left for me to do other than to go into Fusion, because yep. All right, y'all. I'm off. Yeah. We're going to have to figure this out. Yeah. It's your boy Leon. Somewhat productive stream. Definitely got stuck when it came to Blender. We're going to come back. We're going to figure it out. It's your boy Leon. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for, we definitely had a new subscriber. Major shout out to, what was her name? It was major shout out to, bear with me. Bear with me. Major shout out to, uh-oh, I clicked the wrong thing, y'all. Sorry. What was her name? I think it was like Kim. I could be wrong. See, you don't mess up by calling another woman name. You don't do that. You got to figure it out. You got to get it right. You understand me? It was streamline recent events. Kim Frazier. Major shout out to Kim Frazier. Appreciate you for subscribing. Major shout out to Nikki's25. All that commenting. He was #1 in the chat today. We're gonna figure this out. I'm tired. My eyes. I gotta take a break. I'm gonna go get some food, get something to drink, and yeah, we'll be back. All right. So it's your boy Leon.